Hello out there in YouTube land. Wanted to kind of chat for a second today about a topic that I've dealt with for, I don't know, probably 20 years or so. And it's one that just comes with the territory when you gain and lose weight over and over, or if you've been extremely heavy and lost like 100, 200 pounds, something like that. Um, and it's stretch marks and loose skin. So, what kind of brought this to my attention, I was out of town for work for a couple days. And part of it was this health and wellness conference that I was attending. And part of the sessions was that they were having Zumba. So I've never done Zumba before. And I thought, well, I used to like to dance. I spent half a decade drunk in gay bars. So, I mean, I know how to move. And I've lost a little bit of weight. So I'm feeling, a little confident. I've lost 40, 50, somewhere in that range. So I'm wearing like a little zip up hoodie and sucking my stomach in the entire day because I wanted to look flat. And so I get up there and we're doing Zumba and I'm in the front. And things are going pretty well. I'm catching on. I hear some hoots and hollers behind me because, I still got it, I guess. And as I'm jumping and doing the stretching, I'm noticing that old familiar, my stomach's going up and down. My chest is going up and down. The weight under here is going up and down. My arms feel like they're flapping. Um, and it's the beginnings of loose skin. I haven't even lost half of what I wanted to get to my target weight, and I'm already having loose skin again. So it's something that's been an issue since I was about 15 or 16. Stretch marks, I didn't even know what they were. My mother had to explain it to me, and I started gaining weight really rapidly somewhere around 9 years old, 8 years old, something like that. And they were purple, bright purple. I had them going up the inside of my thighs. And I was, I was, I thought something was wrong. I thought I had a rash or something. I was a kid. I didn't know what was going on. And it was explained to me what they were. Well, I followed these over the next few years, like the next 5 or 6 years. And they developed on my love handles in a circle around my belly button. Go figure. Right under here, under my chest, all through here, all down here. Um, just I'm one big stretch mark. When I lost the weight, they stopped being purple and they shrunk a little bit. I've never had stretch marks, new ones, redevelop again, which says a couple things to me. One, I've never gotten that big again, maybe. I never put that much tension on my skin again where I stretched it further. Um, but also, my elasticity is shot because it had my body shrunk down and back after that first bit of weight loss. Gaining another 30, 40 pounds would have stretched me back out. I would have had the markers of it. So, I didn't have that. And I'm already getting loose again. And there's a couple things that kind of go with having loose skin when you're a guy. Especially depends on where you carried your weight. I carried most of my weight, and probably still do, around the middle, front, love handles, and then in my chest. And I always have. So it's not like something new. And the weight fluctuations I've had, I've seen what my body looks like in a 130 pound range. I've been almost 280, and when I was sick right after college, when I say sick, I was starving myself. Uh, I was about in the high 140s. So even at that weight where I was almost skeletal, I still had loose skin. Now it was loose skin. It wasn't, me grabbing a handful of body fat that's a little bit jiggly and saying, look at this loose skin, I should get it cut off. It wasn't quite like that. Um, but it was skin everywhere. It started, my body fat was probably like 15% or lower, and I was dealing with that still draped everywhere. And you become a master of smoke and mirrors. I'd leave the house, I probably looked pretty good, and then I'd get home, and God forbid I was bringing home a gentleman friend who I may have known only briefly. Uh, I would hope that before anything got me, where I'd be able to turn the lights off. And ideally, I would not take off that extra small, shrunk tank top wife beater that I've been wearing permanently under all my clothes for years. Um, because it's like it was like Spanx for men. It kind of pushed everything up. It took the skin that was down here and jammed it up to my shoulder this way and this way. I mean, literally, I'd like to just pull it up, shake it, and chop it off. But it is what it is. And then gaining weight again, you just fill back out. And you fill back out in all the same places. So having had that go up and down and up and down, it's already starting to happen again. Now, to be fair, I'm I'm still like 220 some pounds. I am not wasting away. So if that gives you any idea about um, how much loose skin I have versus how much just, I'm still getting kind of squishy because my fat's going away. There's a difference. I have loose skin like here. That's skin. Because there's not much in between that. Skin on skin. Whatever it is. I'm not worried about this because I could lift and get that to go away, so I'm not super concerned. Then there's like when I can grab a handful of my chest and feel like I can put it over my shoulder blade. Or I want to like tie my stomach up and put it in a knot like a little beach shirt. Because it feels like there's that much of it that I can. So there's not too many solutions to loose skin, especially with what I think I'm probably going to be dealing with. I could get surgery, which is probably not in the budget for the next decade and a half. So that's out. Plus, I would need to be really sure that I was in a good spot, maintaining my weight, and not in the middle of a yo-yo. Because if I'm on the downside of a yo-yo, get my skin cut off and then gain weight back, it wouldn't be good. So there's that. I mean, there's the lifetime supply of compression shirts and wife beaters and hooded sweatshirts over t-shirts, over tank tops to cover everything and let people think you're a little muscular and they don't really know what it's like. They don't know what it's like under there at all. So there's that option. And then there's just plain old acceptance, I suppose, which is not for everybody. I may just have to go with that. It seems kind of a bummer, though, because why would you put the work in to have the kind of body you want if you can never have it? It's like it's always going to have a sheet over it. So, this can't be for the sake of, vanity and trying to look chiseled and rock hard. That's not going to happen to my body. There is no cream. There is no amount of toning. I would have to get bigger than Schwarzenegger to create enough tension on the skin to push it out that far. I don't have the time, energy, or interest in doing that. So it is what it is. With intimacy, it's still a little nerve-wracking to get used to. Sometimes it's more bothersome than others to think about. And I don't know, it's something that is just always going to be there. I think it's always going to be there. It's not going to not be part of my life. So still working on acceptance with that. Still curious how much more loose skin is going to come, what the damage is going to look like, and what I'm going to, be able to deal with. And I mean, there's no way not to deal with it. How well I'll deal with it. That's a better way to put it. Because I can't just not deal with it. So, yeah, all that from a Zumba. Who knew? And I go on this diatribe about how I feel like I'm, a sack of potatoes. So, still, it's not discouraging. Health is still a good part of the weight loss goal. I did slim down. I look better in clothes, even with all the smoke and mirrors. So there's that part of it too. And, things are still going in a pretty good direction. So loose skin and stretch marks, kind of a bummer. There's some solutions to it, none of which seem to be on the plate for me right now, except for just saying it is what it is. And you don't like it? I don't like it either. But, such is life. So thanks for listening to me, and I'll check with y'all some other time soon.